Hi guys, this is Al Smith. Welcome to another building block mini lesson. Today we're going to discuss the anatomy of a bridge convention. Well, first of all, let's define what is a convention. Well, a convention is any bid, sequence of bids, or artificial bid that the partnership has agreed has a special meaning, different than what you would normally expect. That's a mouthful, isn't it? All right. Now, it also is a system bid that has a different meaning than the standard American bidding system. There are lots of different bidding systems that are used around the world. Here in North America, for the most part, we use the standard American bidding system. There are a number of people that use precision and big club here in North America. Okay. But in other places, they use the Polish club, and Great Britain, they use ACOL, and others around the world. Bridge is one of the few games that allows you to use any system you want. So there can be total chaos at the bridge table isn't a common understanding of what the bids mean. Okay, to prevent chaos, we have something called the alert. The purpose is to tell the opponents that a conventional bid or system bid has been made. In bridge, there are no partnership secrets. In essence, everybody at the table, the opponents especially, have the right to know what your bids mean. Okay, and in order to do this, if you're playing in a face-to-face game, with 4 people at the table where you can actually see each other in today's COVID world. The partner of the person that made the bid says alert. Then the opponent, when it's his or her turn to turn, can ask for the explanation of the bid from the partner of the person that made the bid. In online play, we use a self-alert, and the person making the bid types in what the meaning of the bid is, and it's only displayed to the opponents. So that information is not conveyed to his or her partner. So this creates the mechanism for us to always be able to tell the opponents what our bids mean and keep the playing field level. Okay, let's discuss a little bit what the anatomy of a bridge convention is. This isn't supposed to be all-inclusive, but to give you the general structure of an alert so that you can understand it and use that knowledge in better understanding the conventions that you're going to want to learn and use when playing bridge. First of all, an alert can be a 1, 2, or 3-step mechanism that the structure is dependent on the amount and type of information you want to transmit to your partner. Okay, let's look at it in this particular from the standpoint of an analogy. Okay, in a 1-step, you say, I'm going to the store. Okay, that's a simple declarative sentence that says, this is what I'm going to do. In a 2-step, you say, I'm going to the store to buy bread. So you've got 2 steps. The first part is the declarative, and then the second part is the purpose of what you were going to do. And in a 3-step, you're in essence giving a third part of the sentence, phrase of the sentence, saying, I'm going to the store to buy bread for dinner tonight. Okay, that structure is the same that is the structure that we use in bridge conventions. Okay, I'll talk a little bit about this just to give you the general concept. Now, conventions can be overt or covert. Okay, if they're overt, they're out in the open. You can instantly recognize that a convention has been initiated, and there will be an alert to tell you that that convention has been initiated. In a covert convention, the partner of the person initiating the convention doesn't know they've initiated the convention until their second bid. And these there aren't a whole lot of these, and they're generally part of the actual structure of the standard American bidding system, and therefore require no alert. But it's important to recognize that they are actually conventions and to add structure to the bidding system and to how you communicate with your partner. Okay, let's look at a couple of examples of overt conventions of the different types. And all overt conventions begin with an artificial bid. Okay, an artificial bid is when you're bidding a suit or making a bid, could be no trump, that has absolutely no relevance to the bid that's being made. Okay, so let me say it again. It's a bid that doesn't say anything about the suit that you're bidding. Okay, and here are some examples of one-step overt conventions. A splinter bid. A splinter bid, and we won't get into the details of these. There's specific lessons about these, each one of these, is when you want to indicate that you've got a singleton or void in the suit, and you do a double jump into that suit, and it says, I've got a singleton or void in that suit. Okay, so you can see that it's not natural, because you would naturally expect them to have a whole bunch of cards in that suit. Another is a Q bid. What a Q bid is that you're bidding a suit that the opponents have already bid. So it really wouldn't make sense logically to start bidding suits that the opponents have been bid unless you want to convey a special meaning. So there's stolen bids, lead wrecking doubles, and so forth. Okay, those are one step because the single bid communicates the information that you want to convey. Okay, there's no more information to be conveyed. The two-step is different, though, is that the convention is initiated by an artificial bid, and it says, hey, partner, I'm going to tell you something with my next bid. Okay, and an example of that, we'll just pick statement. Your partner opens one no trump. And you bid two clubs to initiate statement, which says, hey, tell me if you've got a 4-card major, and then I'll tell you what I have. So it's kind of like, show me yours and I'll show you mine. All right, the three-step is a little bit more complicated and more sophisticated in that you're going to need 3 bids within the process to fully describe what you have in your hand. Two examples are Leventhal conventions, which are used in multiple cases throughout the bridge in terms of after reverses, after opener reverse, after reverses, after interference with one no trump, and several other places, and Coke's transfers. I don't want to get into the details of those because they're complex, but I want you to know that they exist. So we have 1-step, 2-step, and 3-step conventions. So it's kind of important to be able to recognize those because those structures will be repeated throughout the different conventions that we learn in using bridge. Okay, in covert conventions, we bid again with a natural bid, not an artificial bid, so nobody can recognize it's actually been initiated. And a couple of examples are reverses and then controls. Okay, and reverses is the most common. Okay, and they're opener reverses, responder reverses, overcaller reverses, advancer reverses, and all of them add significant capabilities to the beginning system. And they're assumed that you're using them if you're playing standard American. And you should actually learn about reverses before you start playing and adding conventions. Okay, so, but just to recognize, we've got those that are initiated with an artificial bid and those that are initiated with a natural bid. Okay, so that defines the basic structures of conventions. Now, the conventions are continuing to evolve every day. There are new conventions being defined all the time as we get more and more experienced in playing the game and understanding how bids can be used within the bidding system to give us a better definition. And they're generally being created in terms of being able to use a bid for more than one purpose and to better describe the shape of a hand. When bridge started, it was a much simpler game. We count our points. We had 13 points to open and bid, and basically everything was done based on high card points, with little consideration given to the shape of the hand. Over time, we've learned that the shape of the hand is a very, very important feature, and in many cases is more important than points. Just as a case in point, if you dealt a hand and you've got 13 spades, you've only got 10 points. But the shape of that hand says you're going to be able to bid a grand slam in spades and take all 13 tricks. So being able to describe different shapes of hands and convey that succinctly to your partner has become a tremendously important part of the game of bridge, because it'll allow you to bid contracts that previously had no way of being able to determine that they were viable and to make and to bid those contracts. Okay. Also, conventions are starting to incorporate a lot more psychological techniques in them to obstruct, intimidate, and to confuse the opponents. Remember, all is fair in love and war. Some examples of this are the McCabe transfer after the opponents interfere after you bid a week 2, or the Kokish transfers, which can occur at the 1 level, where in essence you're transferring your partner to a suit that they're going to bid, and then you have the options, several options of what you want to do to communicate additional information, and they significantly, and these are recent, and significantly enhance the ability for you to succinctly and clearly communicate information to your partner. Okay, now the alerts as relates to conventions are an important part of also the rules of the game of what you alert, when you alert, how you alert. And these are actually laid out in detail in the ACBL alert procedure. This is the link, the internet link to the document that describes that procedure. Okay, you can find it by just using these terms, ACBL alert procedures, in a Google search. But it's a fairly detailed document, and it's not for the faint of heart. Okay, I didn't bother reading this until I played bridge for about 4 or 5 years. Okay, and even then I had to scratch my head a lot. The second part of the puzzle here are what's called the ACBL convention charts. And these define what conventions can be used structurally at different levels of play. And there are 4 convention charts. And these a document defining the ACBL convention charts can be found on this internet link. Okay, and again, this is not for the faint of heart. And it really takes a fairly detailed understanding of bridge and the different conventions that can be used and their structures and so forth before you can actually make a lot of sense out of this. But there's some basic information in here in terms of definitions and point ranges and so forth that are very helpful even to the beginning player. So if you've got some spare time and want a challenge, take a look at both of these documents and see what you can make of them. Well, as Porky Pig would say, that's all, folks. So thank you very much for attending this mini lesson. Here is the information to where you can send me an email or even call me. Doesn't bother me a bit. I love talking to people. And links to our YouTube channel and to our website. So have a great day.